All right, here we have a class sequence. Very nice backside jump. So commit the dog here and then continue to move out of the dog's path. So you're vacating his landing spot. Very nice. Beautiful. Commit to the tunnel and then letting your dog go and get that tunnel and putting yourself in position. Can't. Oh, wow. What a layer. So I can't quite see, exactly what's going on, but it looks like your dog reads it very nicely. The only thing that I would suggest is I don't think you move in this direction early enough. You can see your dog launching here, and you haven't really started any motion in that direction yet. I think you also might want to consider, even after layering this jump, whether it would be better to handle your dog on right, putting your body somewhere in here so that your dog comes this way out of the tunnel. They come up here. You're giving strong deceleration cues and an indication that your dog should turn this way to help your dog maybe put in an extra stride. And then if you're here, all you have to do is step into your front cross and pick up your dog for this jump. So I think that would get you a better turn from here to here. You can see the bar rattle there, but nice wrap around the wing on the slice there. Here I think you have, I was going to say too many cues, but no, I think you have decelerated here. You stop before the dog takes off and hold and wait for your dog to take that jump. I think sometimes when there's no wing, it artificially looks kind of wider because we're used to the picture of the dog really wrapping around the wing. But this would be a tight wrap if there were wing there. So I think for your dog's body type, I think that's a nice wrap. Beautiful job getting the weave pulls. Nice front here. You can see though that it's a little late. We talked about this in this month's October small space sequence, the first one. If you take a look at that, I talk about how you really need to start the weave pulls earlier than you think. Start the front cross at weave pulls earlier than you think. Really, probably about 3 pulls from the end. Because what happens is he comes out, he wants to know what's next. And as he comes out, you're facing him. And this is what happens to almost all handlers when they do a front cross at the weave pulls. They end up at this moment where the dog has no indication of where to go, and y'all are looking at each other. And we need to actually be most of the way through the front cross by the time the dog starts to come out of the pulls to eliminate that. And so what happens is this brings your dog's focus completely on you, and it takes him a minute to refocus on the jump and find that jump. So good job by the dog to do that, but we could have been a little bit more clear. The other thing that you can do is build in a little bit of lateral distance. That buys you a little bit of time, because then even if you ended up looking at your dog the same way, because there's this extra space, he knows at least, well, I'm going to start coming towards you. And in the time he starts to come towards you, you finish your front cross and you're indicating the jump. And so that lateral distance can also help a great deal. Then you don't necessarily have to start the front cross as early, but if you were exactly like this, but over here, you would get a much better response to this jump. Beautiful wrap around the wing there. Here I think you probably overrun this jump. You have a lot of motion in this direction. I think at this point you can stop, wait for your dog to take the jump and then go, or you can even stop to give him that deceleration cue, and as soon as you see him gather, you can go ahead and go if you wanted to beat him to the end of this tunnel. But you end up kind of continuing to run this way, even though there's nowhere for you or the dog to go. So you're kind of over supporting the jump there, I would say. Really nice job, though. Y'all have come a long way and look much more comfortable and confident on these longer sequences.